Hi, Mark from Scott Training here. I recently carried out a first aid at work course for quite a large company with more than 350 staff and quite a large facility, and directly across from our training room there was a first aid room. It was clearly marked, it had the signage up and also had signage to tell me that there was a defibrillator within the first room itself. So looking inside, my initial impressions were quite impressive. It's quite a large room, very clean, very tidy, and it appeared to have all the equipment I would expect in a first aid room. There was actually a separate toilet on the first aid room with running water should the first aider need it. But what caught my attention was the defibrillator on the wall. Now, the make and model of this defibrillator has a small strobe light which flashes intermittently, which makes me aware that the battery is still in order and working. Now, this light wasn't flashing, so I took it from the wall, and to my surprise, and turning it around, there was no battery fitted in the defibrillator. Now, I don't have to say any more on why we need to have a fully operational defibrillator ready to be used in the workplace, so I decided to look a little bit further. Now, the audit sheets that was on the desk was last filled out in October 2025, and it had been audited every month prior to that. Now, whoever had carried out the audit had clearly signed to say that the facility was in order and all the equipment was serviceable and ready to be used, when clearly there is a defibrillator on the wall that didn't have a battery fitted. Now, the actual first aid kit appeared when I looked inside to be in order. The equipment was in date, but one of the things we suggest you have is a contents list. So when someone carries out an audit, they can clearly look at the contents and look at the contents list, and if it's deficient in equipment, then they can resupply it. Now, I opened up the incident book that they had, and they had a number of empty incident forms that could be used by first aider, but they also had filled out previous incidents. Now, we had members of staff's details, and also we had personal details and a list of injuries that they had sustained. Now, that shouldn't be present for anyone to look at. That form should be handed on to somebody in the company with responsibility for dealing with the incident and also filing it. The company was actually very proactive when I informed them of my findings, and I have to say they immediately acted on it, and the defibrillator got a battery fitted, and they obviously acknowledged the fact that the forms shouldn't actually have been there, and they subsequently told me that they had emailed around the other parts of the company to make sure that everything has been checked and they're fully compliant. Now, everyone that comes on our courses at Scott Training is fully aware of the roles and responsibilities expected from them, including the first aid courses. So if your company requires training, then please feel free to contact us at info@scott-training.co.uk. We would happily come along to your premises if it's got a suitable size. We can arrange training dates that suit you and your company. So please feel free to contact us, and hopefully then we can hear from some of you soon. Thank you.